Today on Forbes, how Kettle and Fire turned bone broth into a $100 million business. Before launching a new line of bone broth with Hawaii-based venison brand Maui Nui, Kettle and Fire co-founder Justin Mares put in some real sweat equity a few months ago. Ahead of the deal, he spent 3 nights in Hawaii with Maui Nui's crew hunting invasive axis deer in the dark with a night vision scope and a long-range rifle. Each animal was killed in its natural surroundings, under the watch of a government inspector of the same sort you'd find at a traditional slaughterhouse. Mares, who carried at least 40 of the slain deer to an ATV waiting nearby, that then brought the animals to a mobile butchering facility, experienced firsthand what he considers one of the most ethical examples of small-scale animal slaughter in America. It's also been good for business. Mares explains how wild meat isn't usually available for commercial sale, which makes this bone broth so special. He says, quote, "There's nothing more nutrient-dense than harvesting a wild animal and turning that into a source of nutrition." Mares' quest to sell what he considers healthier food to some of the most health-obsessed customers on the planet has fueled his bone broth brand, Kettle and Fire, for nearly a decade. Since he co-founded the brand in 2015 with his brother Nick, the 35-year-old Mares has built his once tiny bone broth business into one doing more than $100 million in annual revenue, double what it brought in 2 years ago. They can't make enough of it to meet demand. The brand has a loyal fan base, which has bought out its entire range of nutrient-rich soup stocks online for the past 5 years. Kettle and Fire cooks its products for 14 to 20 hours and sources grass-fed beef with a strict set of standards to ensure high levels of collagen, amino acids, and vitamins and minerals. Mares and his team also remove the kinds of additives and ingredients like seed oils targeted by Robert F. Kennedy Jr. and the Make America Healthy Again crowd. Kennedy has touted the benefits of bone broth on social media, and podcaster Joe Rogan, who has extolled the benefits of the carnivore diet for years, is also a big fan of bone broth. The attention to minutiae when producing the broth is vital. When Mares found out one of Kettle and Fire's natural flavor suppliers used small amounts of canola oil as a binder, the company stopped working with that supplier and changed to another that used olive oil. Then they banned all natural flavors entirely. Kettle and Fire also pays to certify its broth is free of any residue from the herbicide glyphosate and proudly displays that fact on its label. Kettle and Fire has also spent the past 9 years pioneering a return to what the soup and stock aisles used to look like, products filled with fortifying natural ingredients. It's no longer a niche product. Cartons of Kettle and Fire are now sold at 22,000 stores nationwide, from Whole Foods to Walmart and Target, as well as its own website and at Amazon, Walmart.com, Thrive Market, and more. Kettle and Fire has some of the highest repeat purchasing rates across the soup aisle grocery industry-wide, and the brand has brought in new customers to a once sleepy category. Despite its growth, Mares wants Kettle and Fire to remain private, for now, and keep growing on his own terms. To that end, he and his brother bought out their early backers at the end of last year with the help of Sam McBride, who founded the Chicago-based Coulter Ventures. McBride is the former COO of RX Bar, which sold to Kellogg's for $600 million in 2017. McBride raised additional funds from new investors, which valued Kettle and Fire at an estimated $200 million, or roughly double its revenue. These investors, who put in $43 million, have what Mares describes as, quote, "a long-term time horizon," and are open to seeing a return on their investment from profit distributions or eventually getting bought out, instead of focusing exclusively on a sale or public offering. Mares and his brother Nick are minority shareholders in the deal. For full coverage, check out Chloe Sorvino's piece on forbes.com. This is Kieran Meadows from Forbes. Thanks for tuning in.